Yes, I'm doing it. I'm gladly pursued a cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Here we go. Now, out of the contradictions, really can't find anything, so I'm going to press on a certain thing right here. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Well, how she know that for a fact? How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. But I do question the testimony, though. Hold on a minute! That testimony stinks! What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... Well, you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Ooh. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yeah, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have not noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Oh, he got her there. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was just that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Well, okay then. I did see everything, I did! The victim, the woman, dodged the first attacker right off, to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, that kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does that accuracy of my report not startle you? Dee? Huh. I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Well, there is one thing that kind of got to me right there in her testimony. And it was, I believe it was the next statement. Nope. Right here. She mentioned that the statue... Well, actually, she kept calling it a clock. However, if you notice what Phoneix said earlier, they're still calling it a statue. And it's even called a statue here, although it's actually a clock, but they keep calling it a statue. How would she know that? Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Ooh. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If he had stopped me there, the trial would have been over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is that you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because... I heard it? Yeah, I heard it. I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the all offices of Pharaoh and Company. No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard from my hotel room. The law offices of Pharaoh and Company where the murder took place are very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard a clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... well, it couldn't have rung. And I'll tell you, well, Phoneix will tell you why. I know why. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. Remember, that's what Mia told Maya when she was talking to her on the phone. How could you possibly... just have a look, as soon as you can. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? As the defense says, this clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Oh. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? As you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness, and she looks kind of creepy there, is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Huh? Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after a witness heard a clock, then there was no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... it's actually the phone. If you remember, Maya did explain to Mia, or Mia did explain to Maya, that it was gone. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Ooh-hoo, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim of the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. My heart goes out to you, Edgeworth. Not. Let's hear a conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you, then? If you could... I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take out the clockwork out. Sorry. Your Honor, I think this recording makes it clear the clockwork was already gone. And this was recorded in the morning, before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes. The witness claims that she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce the evidence that will prove the witness had not seen a clock before. And that's easily the thinker, because it's made by Larry Butts. Only 2 of them were made, guys. Remember, you had to keep... One thing about this game, you really do have to remember facts very precisely, because trivial details will come up. It's simple. This clock was never in any store. Ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Ooh. And why are her boobs jiggling?